Hi, my name is Josh Carter.
And I'm Jessica Duval, and here's your Catskill news.
They say this is the most important time of year for students.
Why do they say that?
Well, winter's coming to a close, the days are getting longer, and we have to make some decisions for college, work, or service. And finishing strong with our studies.
Yeah, spring sports are starting, and before you know it, it's spring break and graduation.
This is the most important time of year. Congratulations to Catskill High School's Richard Forbes, who won a Section 2 title and competed in the Class C State Wrestling Championships at Glens Falls, and took the podium as one of the best wrestlers in the state. Way to go, Richie. We're so proud of you.
The CES Business Club and Student Council will be shaving Mr. Rivers' head for St. Baldrick's Day to help conquer childhood cancer. Our goal is $3,000, and all last-minute donations are welcomed. If you would like to donate, go to St. Baldrick's Ulster/Green event webpage and select Catskill Kids. The shave will take place tonight at CES Pride Assembly. Way to go, CES and Mr. Rivers.
Attention to students who are interested in trying out for a spring sport. See Ms. Heb today to complete the forms and get your physical updated. You cannot try out if you do not have these items completed.
If you or your club are interested in placing an ad for the shout-out and the playbill for this year's production of Beauty and the Beast, they are due by this Friday. If you need a little more time, please just email Ms. Stores.
The class of 2020 and 2022 Penny Social was rescheduled for March 8th. It should be a fun event at Catskill, and we hope to see you all there.
Our Vice Principal, Mr. Bragg, has been offering his words of wisdom in the morning announcements. Here's Tristan with the report.
Why did you start doing the morning words of wisdom?
I believe the morning words of wisdom is very important for our kids to hear real life scenarios that have happened in the past, positive reactions and character education building. It's very important for our students and staff to hear positive things in the world that have happened before us and are happening now.
And no matter how hard we try, we don't understand. This doesn't mean we aren't smart enough or that we aren't paying attention. It just means we've gotten off track. This happens to everyone, even the very brightest of us.
I hope that's impacting them in the way that they're feeling positive every day. When you start things in a positive way, you get a positive vibe throughout the school day. It's all together. It's for the school. It's not space just for students. When I speak in the morning, it's for everybody. Trends like core values is very important for everybody to use every day. And I've been doing this for almost 15 years in my principalship. I use what they call Project Wisdom. It's a great program that keeps feeding me stuff through the internet every day, and I just keep downloading them and just talking to everybody about them.
Have a great day, Catskill.
So important that we take time to express positive thoughts regularly. Thanks, Tristan.
Our production for Disney's Beauty and the Beast will be held March 29th through the 31st. The students are hard at work learning scenes, building set, learning choreography, and singing lots of music.
10th grader Isabella Truncale made her Carnegie Hall debut with the Honors Program Series Women's Choir. She's been a fabulous representative of our district. Congratulations, Isabella. Way to represent Catskill.
The high school band lesson schedule has been published for the rest of the year. Lessons are continuing to be on a rotating basis. If you have any questions on the schedule, please contact Mr. Dowling.
Catskill FCCLA and the Spanish department are joining together for a family dinner on Tuesday, March 5th at 6:30 p.m. Join us with your family to learn and celebrate the importance of eating together as a family. There will be games, trivia, and prizes, and feel free to bring a dish to share, and a meal will be provided.
Greene County Autism Connection is selling t-shirts for Autism Awareness Month of April. You can email Amanda Bratt or Miss Kaminsky for orders. Please make checks payable to Amanda Bratt and t-shirt fundraiser in the memo.
The Interact Club is working with Rotary to honor a student each month from the high school as Student of the Month. We would like teachers to let us know of students who are not only working hard in school, but showing good characteristic traits, being polite and respectful, and also putting service above self. Rotary would like to honor a student each month. If you have a student in mind, please send their name to Miss Bouching, Miss Diedrich, or Guidance.
March 19th is Future Freshman Night. Part of the evening includes an activity fair for incoming 9th graders and their families to see what opportunities are available at CHS and express interest in clubs for the 2019 through 2020 school year. Clubs will be there demonstrating their activities and recruiting the incoming freshmen. Such an important night for parents and incoming freshmen.
One of the fixtures in our Catskill High School family has been Mr. Osborne, affectionately referred to as OD. Cameron went to OD to interview him and review many of the students he has influenced in his long career.
Hi, I'm Cameron Lyles, and I'm here with Mr. Osborne, aka OD, to ask him some questions on his time here at Catskill High School. So, OD, when did you graduate from Catskill High School?
I graduated way back in 1975.
What were some highlights from your high school career?
I enjoyed high school. We were a really close class as we were coming through high school. In fact, many of those kids are my lifelong friends. Being from a small town back then, most of our activities revolved around sports, and I played sports when I was in high school. I was pretty much an average player at best, but I did get to enjoy playing. Some of my biggest remembrances are in 1975, my senior year, we were league champions in basketball for the first time in 5 years. I played JV baseball for a year. I wasn't very good. I only had 13 at-bats, but one of those at-bats was a home run. So my claim to fame is 2 for 13, one of them being a home run. But most of our time was spent, hanging out, playing sports.
Why did you want to come back to Catskill High School?
Cam, I've always been a small town boy, and I went to school at Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia. And when I graduated, I moved back home. I wasn't really sure what to do. I had some various jobs, but one of the first jobs I got was as a program director at the Boys Club. And that's what first gave me the bug of working with kids, and I really enjoyed it. So it wasn't long afterwards that I got a job here with the school district. Within 2 weeks of getting the job with the school district, I met my future wife, the girl who ended up being my wife. Got the job, met my wife, we got married, had a family, and the rest is history. I've been here ever since.
How long have you worked here?
I started in April of 1983. I have been here for 36 years.
What experience have you had here at Catskill that made it special?
For being here 36 years, there are so many things, good and bad. But some of the things I'll remember is I've always had the pleasure of working with really good colleagues, staff members over the years. I coached for a number of years. In fact, I coached for 19 years of various sports. I'm proud to say that I coached the first girls varsity basketball championship in 1988. In 1992, I coached the girls' first softball championship, league championship, and I coached back-to-back boys varsity championships in 96 and 97. So I've had some success in coaching, and that was very special to me. Along the way, I've made some very special friends. There are 3 in particular that I don't even consider them friends. I consider them to be my sons. James Hayden graduated in 1996. He actually had a Division I basketball scholarship and played in St. Bonaventure for 4 years. When he graduated, he moved to Germany, played professionally in Germany for a few years as well as coached, and he still lives there to this day with his wife and daughter, and they recently found out just before Christmas that they're expecting their second child in July. Another one is Sean Stewart. Sean graduated in 1998. Shortly after graduation, he joined the United States Air Force. He has been and served in several combat missions over the years. And this past December, I was lucky enough to and honored to go down to his retirement after 20 years from the Air Force. He, along with his wife and 2 children, live in Charleston, South Carolina. And upon retirement, Sean took a job at a local high school in Charleston as a junior ROTC instructor. And the third one is somebody that most of you guys will recognize, Andy Gonzalez. Andy graduated, I believe, in 2001, 2002, I'm not even really sure. And we're lucky enough now to have Andy coming back and working for the school district. And anybody who has had any contact with Andy, it's obvious his desire to work with and help kids in this district. And the fact that he's had a very successful season as his first year coaching the boys modified team in the middle school. So it's really been that I've formed some really nice, long-lasting relationships. On the lighter side, a number of years ago, I performed as Gladys Knight in Gladys Knight and the Pips in our high school lip sync. And unfortunately, there are some people who still have that on tape. And while I'm saying that, I want to give a shout out to my Pips, Mr. Dudzik, Mr. Irvis, Miss Holdred. You guys were the best Pips that we had.
How have students impacted your career?
You guys keep me young. I have to say that I think about it every day. People get up and go to a job every day. For 36 years, I get up and I go to high school. That's a pretty good gig for me. The other part is I really enjoy when I see students being successful, and I feel that I've been some part of that success. A number of years ago when I first started working for the district, there was a young lady who was out sick, and I did her home teaching for her. And I did the home teaching for about 2 months. And about a year or so later, I ran into her mother in a grocery store, and her mother came to me and she said, you know, my daughter was actually considering dropping out of high school until you came and worked with her, and that motivated her, and she ended up graduating. So, you know, those little success stories, those are the ones that keep you going.
What will be your legacy when you leave Catskill?
You know, I don't say this to be egotistical. I say this because I think it's important. I want to be remembered. I don't care how you remember me, whether it's a good memory or a bad memory. I'm thinking if you remember me, I have touched your life in some way. Whether that just being that I gave you some help with some schoolwork, whether I said hi to you, whether I gave you a high five, I made you laugh, I made you mad, whatever it might be. If you remember me years from now, I somehow made an impact on your life. And I don't think that there's anything more special that I could think of than that. And as an example of that, I talked about my buddy Sean Stewart not too long ago, and he retired from the military just this past December. And after he retired, he sent me this text message. And again, if you remember, I told you that Sean took a job as an ROTC instructor in the high school in Charleston. And this is what he said to me. He said, OD, he said, part of the reason I took the job as the high school ROTC instructor is because I hope to someday be someone's OD. Well, I think that pretty much says it all.
Thank you.
All right, Bob.
It's so important for us to recognize how the people here have made our school and community so successful. Thanks, Cameron.
The annual PTSO Flea Market and Craft Fair will be held on Saturday, April 6, 2019 from 11 to 3 at the Catskill High School and Middle School campuses. Registration packets are available if you would like to participate as a vendor. Student-based clubs are free of charge for space. Contact our main office if interested.
The class of 2020 and the class of 2022 will combine to sponsor the Penny Social on Friday, March 8th. The Penny Social will be located in the high school cafeteria. The doors open at 5:30 p.m. and callings will begin at 7 p.m. There are lots of prizes to win on our various tables, including a special table, 50-50 raffle, food baskets, and door prizes. Food and beverages will also be available to purchase. Come to the Penny Social to have a good time and support our high school students.
Our summer youth employment applications are available. If you have students who are interested, send them the guidance.
Here's Lexi with weather.
Yo, what's up? It's your weather girl Lexi. Today is Friday and it's supposed to be partly cloudy, as well as next Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Next Tuesday is supposed to be sunny, and this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, is supposed to snow, so be ready for that. The high temperatures is 40 and the lowest will be 6. And this weekend, I think Friday night, there's a middle school dance. I actually might show up, so if you guys want to see the weather girl there, you know, dancing and stuff, you know, I'd be there. Also, big congrats to my seniors, my friends, you know, Richie Forbes and Justice Brantley for breaking school records out here. That's how we do that. Class of 2019, y'all gonna remember us for real, though. All right, that's it for the weather. See you next week.
Thanks, Lexi.
Here's Zach with a sports report.
It's Zach, and I'm back with your weekly Cat Sports Report. Winter sports are now officially over. What a great season for all of our winter sports teams. From boys volleyball to varsity basketball, to great athletes like Richie Forbes, Josh Carter, and Justice Brantley. And to awesome moments such as Justice Brantley scoring his 1,000th point and Richie Forbes taking the podium at the state finals. Wow, what a season. The winter sports season was a jam, packed with a bunch of amazing moments. Now we make the quick translation from winter to spring sports. Let's get to training to show them how we do things during the spring, Cats. This has been Zach with your weekly Cat Sports Report. Now back to the desk. Have a happy Friday and stay safe, and I'm out.
Last Friday, students and staff members were entertained and educated by author and artist Ruby Silvius. It was a wonderful gathering where everyone got to relax and demonstrate their artistic talents. Ruby's creations were inspiring, as were the artwork created by students and staff. Great stuff here at Catskill.
How many apples grow on trees?
I don't know.
All of them. I told you it was really bad.
Wait.
It was really bad.
What?
Okay.
All of them.
Thanks for watching Cats Can and Cats Will.
That's actually a good one. That's actually really funny.
Why not?
For the first time in my life, I've got my foot caught in the door.